Good morning, all. I just want to have a CEG podcast. It's an attempt to connect alumni, students, and faculty. We'll start with CEG alumni, but we'll host eminent alumni, students, and faculty apart from the 1990 batch. CEG alumni across the world will be hosted in the podcast. We want to showcase career milestones, best practices, lessons learned, and many more. I have a guest. He's a second generation entrepreneur, a multifaceted personality, a TT player, tennis player, an entertainer, a stage singer, industrialist, of course a smooth singer also, and he has many more multiple facets of his life. He was a popular class representative in the college for the mechanical branch, active in social service, either in Rotary or through the Knowledge Foundation, which our batch has formed. Okay, he is the founder president of the Knowledge Foundation. He runs a customer focused startup on auto parts, their engineering, sourcing, cataloging, and compliance. Let me invite K. Ramakrishnan into the stage, please.
Thank you, Suri. That's very high praise, and already I'm running a bit of temperature because I'm talking to you, but it's only gone up further. So I don't know what kind of best practices and life lessons you guys can learn from this chat, but for sure you will get to know what not to do. So that way I can contribute.
Okay, so we'll start with your childhood, Ram. Okay, so my name is R.S. Narayanan. I want you to start with your childhood, and then we will move further.
Yeah, sure. So childhood I spent in Mylapore, which is a street house. It's a totally different kind of life where there's no privacy. Everybody joins everybody's family in that street for any function or even for any condolences. Only time we fight is when we strike a nail in the wall, because we share the wall with the next house, and they'll come running saying, hey, we too much noise and stuff like that. So it was real fun. Street house, had great friends, and went to school nearby in a convent. And so yeah, that's how it was. My father was a supervisor in a factory. Again, happy go lucky guy. So he'll come home by 5:36, and then we'll have some real good fun. I had around 15-16 cousins who will come for summer holidays, and there was no dining room, bedroom and all that. Same room will be dining, bedroom. Only thing is you'll have to put the bed from top of the Godrej bureau down, and then it becomes a bedroom. And during summers we all sleep in the terrace. So great memories there.
Okay, great to see that, because it's those memories should have nurtured you to further in your life. Okay, coming to college, you joined College of Engineering Guindy. Okay, so would you like to brief on the admissions, whole the initial process?
Yeah. Before that, I just wanted to tell you how the mindset in which I was brought up, which is a bit different from my friends. In my house, there's nothing called pocket money. There'll be a bowl where there'll be money. Whoever needs money can just pick it up. Of course, we don't know how much it will be there, but we can pick it up and use it. Nobody needs to give any account. So it's just basically on trust. So I don't know whether it's good or bad, but that's how I was brought up at my house. And that's how I bring up my children also. So that was the kind of upbringing. Coming to Guindy, Before that, from fifth standard onwards, I was deeply into table tennis. There's a Mylapore Gymkhana nearby. So my brother started going there, and I used to follow him. And one thing led to another, and I played 3 nationals. And after sixth, seventh, I was traveling, hardly attended school. So I joined Guindy. In fact, it's a funny story because I got in through sports quota, and sports quota was delayed a bit after the regular admissions. So I didn't want to go anywhere but Guindy. So before that admission, there was a Bertram Championship in Loyola. So I wanted to showcase to the physical director that I'm a good player. So I had to play that, and I had to join some college to play that. So I joined BA Philosophy in Vivekananda and played
okay.
that tournament, and did very well there. And so it helped me in getting a seat through sports quota in Guindy.
Okay, so you represented Vivekananda much before College of Engineering.
BA Philosophy. I attended one day I attended the class and ran out because they started speaking in Sanskrit and all that. And
You ran out or the faculty ran out?
that would have been the second day, but the first day I ran out because I was very clear I wanted admission to play the tournament. So,
Okay, excellent. Okay, coming to College of Engineering Guindy, I know you joined as the sports quota. Okay, so I just wanted to hear from the horse mouth. That's the reason I did not mention that. Okay, so how was your initial first years, and how College of Engineering Guindy groomed you to take up further things and things like that?
yeah. So I come from a school, thankfully, from a school where we had extremely sharp people all around me. In fact, still it's a record where 16 of my friends got into IIT. So we had a good good surrounding in terms of intelligence. So when I came to Guindy, it kind of surpassed that because I found all 300 people to be smarter than me and more dedicated, more committed towards academics. So it took me a while to get adjusted to the and we had people of different profiles, which was not there in my school. So it was fun to get to know people from other districts. One major regret I have in life, if at all, is the fact that I didn't join the hostel. I was a day scholar. I think that was a big mistake, and that I wanted to remedy with my sons. So which I think that kind of helps one's personality to evolve. Anyway, I am what I am. So that's
So
only
coming to yeah, thanks Ram. Coming to the mechanical, okay, so there are two sections are there actually, A and B and C and D. There are two sections actually, even though they split into each one into two subsections and things like that. Yeah, I understand you are the class representative for the overall mechanical branch. Would you like to elaborate further on what you have contributed to the overall class and things like that? I understand overall College of Engineering Guindy is all school toppers only can join this college. That was the reputation it used to carry, because only 300-400 people was the 1 year strength and things like that. Okay, so would you like to elaborate on your class representative, how people liked you, because you are a popular class representative? That story will actually interest.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, everybody is very serious about academics, and to see one guy who doesn't take life too seriously, of course, to get through, we had to slog 15-20 days before the semester, and they respected me for doing that. And I think the sports background helps in that, in the sense we do get competitive, we get when we see others also scoring. So, but other than that, I was, I will not get into unnecessary, controversial topics. I was taking life easy, and that kind of possibly attracted people to see, hey, who's this guy? Who's chilling like this in the college where all, as you said, all the toppers of schools are there. So I was quite popular that way on. Not because I had some great traits that people envied, but people were just curious. எவன்டா இவன் எங்கேந்திரா வந்தான் அப்படின்னு. So that way it helped to be in the good books of all the students, and yeah, it was fun.
Okay. So moving to, I think you got admitted in the one of the premier colleges in the state and things like that actually, and then you have moved on. Okay, so how was your final year project, and how it helped in getting you to the placement and things like that actually?
So all my projects are, I'm a bit of a lazy guy. Even in my 12th standard, I did one project which I submitted for both physics and chemistry. So, so my 12th standard project was about surface tension. So in physics, it was all surface tension. In chemistry, it was all detergents and the chemicals, but it was basically same project.
Viscosity and things like that actually.
Exactly. So same thing here in college. What I did was, instead of choosing a good project, I chose good project mates who are sincere, and so I had Ganja, I had Otto, very serious, sincere guys who did most of the work. And whenever I had to lift, we did some running a diesel engine on LPG or something like that. So we did that, and lifting the engine or lifting material from Chromepet MIT, all that was done by me, but rest of the brains came from these guys. But what it really helped me in getting my first job, in the sense that my brother went to Telco, which is now called Tata Motors, and I also wanted to go there because somehow I felt I did not learn much of engineering. I wanted to start on my own from day one. But when day one came, I thought, oh God, I don't know anything about engineering. So I wanted to learn, and I heard a lot about the induction program in Tata Motors. So the biggest, so it was one job, one man, one job. So I skipped most of the college this thing, because Telco came towards the end. One was ICICI, I attended ICI chemicals, and one was Telco. So I still remember my biggest problem was to pass the written test, because I was supremely confident of GD and interview. So so luckily in both these I passed the thing, and I saw in ICI all the top 9 people in my in the batch were there, and I was there. So how to differentiate? I was thinking in the morning. I went to, then I saw my dad's coat and tie. So I wore that coat and tie and went to the meeting. And with the interview and all that, I was kind of set, because I was supremely confident. Even in Telco, you talked about the project. Purposely, I will. That's a standard question. What is your project or whatever in an interview? So I will not tell the full project. I'll just tell quarter of that project and stop there, waiting for them to ask the second question, which will be, obvious question. So like that, they ask 4 questions, the whole interview time will be over, and they'll think I've answered all stuff. So thankfully, I got into Telco. We went to, I think, Pune. Both the times I had Matthew with me. We both got selected in ICI chemicals. We went to Delhi. We both got selected in Tata Motors. We went to Pune for interview, and thankfully we got selected here. And yeah, that was again a risk I took. Just like, I joined BA philosophy. This is another risk I took, and it paid off.
Okay. So coming to Telco, okay, what it used to be called as Telco, now it is maybe Tata Motors. Okay, so in Telco, I think you were there for 2 years. Okay, how was your journey there?
Amazing. I have two, three things. First things first. I didn't know anything about engineering, and that is a play. We talked about smart people. In Telco, in CEG, there are 300 smart people. In my school, there are 50 smart people. In Telco, there are like 10,000 smart people, because all the ITI guys, toppers in the state, are coming as operators. So you are an engineer, you go in and you are supposed to supervise them, but all of them are much smarter, more intelligent, just because they didn't have the platform to do engineering or excel. They were they were an operator. So it kind of really it was an humbling experience for me. And again, like the class rep, it took some time for me to gain their respect or gain their confidence, after which I really learned a lot from them. I was on the shop floor most of the time, and we were rotated maintenance, production, planning. So those 2 years was fantastic in terms of learning. Then another great experience was, as I said, I was not in a hostel. So there I was like in a hostel atmosphere, but somebody paying, wow, that's the best you can ask for. So we, Telco was in Pimpri Chinchwad, but we shifted, three of us, one Marathi, actually one Bengali, one UPite, and me. We went to a place in the city, and our door had a party animal in it. So yeah, whoever came to the city to party or something, they'll come to our house, and then they'll stay there, we'll party and go. And so it was real fun. I made friends for life. Even today, we meet once a year. Our children are very close to each other. So that way, it was a great 2 years for us. And also the third point is I found my life partner also there. So that was another. So Pune was like heaven on earth for me. Big
Okay,
time.
so that was my next question actually. So just wanted to, I know you're from a more urban Chennai background. Okay, from there to Pune, which is a manufacturing hub actually. Okay, so how did you find your girlfriend, and who in turn became your wife? And can you brief that story?
Yeah, sure. So I met Anjali. My friend was, dating somebody in Pune, and he was very secretive. So we used to travel by bus, and every day he'll come to our house, but Tuesdays and Thursdays he will not come to our house. So after 2-3 months, we found out that he's going to see a girl. So that time we were all very desperate to have, like what you say, urban Chennai is too conservative. Pune was very forward. So, hey, Nada, you're going to see a girlfriend, will also come. So one day we convinced him to take me. And it so happened his fiance's roommate was Anjali.
Oh, okay.
And in fact, five of us who met, our girls in Pune, we are all married. All my very close friends, we are all married to the same girls we saw in Pune. And so that's kind of... So yeah, she was a Maharashtrian, and my favorite line is, she didn't understand my language, I didn't understand her language, so we decided to get married. So, so yeah, it was good fun. Again, like all other, I would not say risk. From outside, it looked like a risk, but just like a telco, just like getting into Guindy, I took some decisions. Here also it was like that, though she's never been south of Pune in India. Only after marriage she came to south of Pune. First time she's coming to Chennai after marriage. So it's a huge risk for her. But for me, I had some check boxes which got ticked, and I thought she'll be a great life partner, and I was fortunate she said yes.
Okay, so coming into the other facet of your life, on either as a stage singer or a smule singer, how did you got attracted to singing, and how has been the entertaining others is a big plus for you actually.
I don't know about entertaining others, but this COVID gave a nice platform. Frankly, I don't consider myself as a good singer or whatever, because I can never listen to my recording. It will be slightly off tune here and there, and it will be கூசும், like Kamal Hassan says, gear போட்டா பல்லு கூசுற மாதிரி அது கூசும். So yeah, Smule during COVID, I had an opportunity to start learning Carnatic music. So, and then the Smule happened, and so one thing led to another, and I thought, age is also going by. It's time to try out new things in life. So I started learning and singing. My family, there's a very accomplished singers are there. So that's another reason I don't sing, because if I sing, my cousins will laugh at me. So, but slowly, gained confidence after learning some Carnatic music and Shruti and all that. And now, so fortunately, some people are calling me to sing. So it goes on like that.
Okay. So that is good actually. Okay. So from Telco, you moved on to Alcast, right? So would you like to elaborate your 5-6 years in Alcast?
Yeah.
How that is.
I always wanted to start on my own. I wanted to be an entrepreneur from day one. In fact, Telco was not as per plan. I wanted to finish engineering and start a company. But after I finished my college, I suddenly realized I don't know anything about engineering. So I said, okay, 2 years, I'll try to learn something somewhere. And in fact, towards the end, I spent time in Telco Aluminium Foundry. And when I came back again, it's very difficult to start something on your own when you don't have any big expertise. But luckily, I had 4 people who are like, I was 24, and there were 3 people working in Sundaram Clayton. They were around 40, 45. They wanted to start on their own, but they had these family pressures and all that. So they were not able to do that. But so I gave them a proposition that, I will go through the whole starting phase of TIIC approval, project preparation, machine, this thing, all that I will do, because I don't have any big responsibility. And once the company starts rolling, then you guys can slowly come join us.
So what does this company Alcast? Okay, so it's all aluminum casting work, or how's that actually?
So no. So we started with the gravity casting, and for Sundaram Clayton, we used to make the brake chambers and all that. And it was real hard work for 7 years. I had no friends. I had no shirt or pant without oil in it, because we got into die casting, which is a high investment. And we borrowed money when TIC was lending at 19.75%. So the machine runs 20 hours a day for others, balance 4 hours for us. So if there's any breakdown, the 45 minutes, they'll call me whatever time of the night it is, and I used to run and to fix it. So that was a tough life, but it was a very interesting learning experience at a very young age. So that's what happened in Alcast. So we had gravity casting, pressure die casting, and CNC machining, secondary machining. Whirlpool was one of our Whirlpool, Lucas, Sundaram Clayton. These were our big customers. And yeah.
So how was your first business plan? Okay, so what you prepared, and what in turn in life it became, and things to that actually, because those days at the age of 24, when you prepare a business plan, might be without even a management degree and things to that actually. Okay, so how does that out of the box thing work?
Yeah, throughout my life, it's all commonsensical. So, but again, it's I mean, if you look at the business plan now, it looks so stupid. Be it then or now the APA engineering, what we started. what we put in the blueprint and what we are doing right now, things change. But it's important to do the business plan to, know how you have to structure the company and stuff like that. But only after 5 6 years you realize that you're not going as per the plan. So we used to, for example, we used to say, okay, for cycle, we'll make the bracket and there are 1 billion cycles. Even if we get 1%, put the Excel, the business looks so good that it's easy to do that in an Excel. But ultimately, when you go in the doorstep of a customer and ask him for that 0.5% or 1% market share, you don't get it. So that's when you realize the difference between an Excel spreadsheet and real life. So business plan in APA Engineering. In fact, after we sold, thankfully, I got an offer to sell my die casting to one of my customers itself, who was wanting to have a manufacturing facility to showcase for his collaborator partner. So I quickly sold off, and me and my brother started. So when me and my brother started, we used my grandmom's bedroom cupboard, because that was only one which was white. So we used to write the whole thing in my grandmother's bedroom for nearly 10 years. It was still there. What we wrote in the cupboard, there was a huge, or 5 cupboards on top. Everything was white. So instead of a whiteboard, we used the cupboard door for writing out the whole this thing. So there's another funny thing. At one point in time, 3 of us were in, my father, my brother, and I were all in different, we are entrepreneurs, but not with each other. So when we went on a holiday, we decided, okay, let's try and do something together. And my father said, I'm 65, so let me first sell my factory, and then you guys can come and all that. But things moved so fast with me and my brother that my father was still going to the factory, whereas both of us were sitting at home. So he was quite pissed off. He said, what the hell? I wanted to retire and you guys are chilling at home, and I'm going in the morning with my tiffin box to the factory. So that was in 2000 when we started APA Engineering.
So just wanted, actually that was my next question also. Okay, just wanted to see what is that you have learned, because you started your APA Engineering with your brother, and your father actually has been an entrepreneur himself and things like that. What are the learnings from both of them for you to really take it up and then do and things like that?
My brother and I, in fact, I was an entrepreneur before my brother, and then we started together. So for both of us, my father and my cousin were like idols for us, because my father was a supervisor in a Guindy factory, a small factory, for nearly 18 years. Then he had a small accident where he lost both his fingers. So he was not treated very well that time. So he was a happy-go-lucky guy kind of guy. So, but that kind of turned his life. And at the age of 42, without any money, nothing, he started a factory making cork sheets, and then really built it. So we have seen it when we were young, at a very impressionable age, how he struggled and came out on top. That everybody was asking for his cork sheets, and the factory where he was working finally closed down and all that. So that was a very inspiring story for us. Similarly, my cousin also did that. So right from the beginning, we wanted to start on our own. That's something which we learned. Another thing we learned, which we practice till date, is always look at things from a customer's angle. Don't complicate too much. Find out what he would want and try and present that in front of him. That's what my dad used to do, and he used to tell us, and that's what we also do. It's very simple, commonsensical approach to business.
Okay.
And we are never afraid of rolling up our sleeves and getting down, because we come from a lower middle class, so I mean, rolling our sleeves and getting down to work, it comes naturally to us.
Okay, so coming to your next facet of your life is the CEG 1990 started a social venture called Knowledge Foundation. Okay, as a founder president, would you like to elaborate that?
Yeah. Again, I mean, you make it sound as if I've done a lot of social work and all that. The main reason why we started this was when we got together in the 25th, 20th or 25th, I forget.
25th.
25th hey, it was fun to meet everybody, because when you meet college friends, there are no pretensions, and that mask which you wear for corporate or to impress your boss or impress your customer, all that has been happening from 90 to for 25 years. Suddenly you see your class friends whom you've seen when they were nothing, and you drop all your pretensions, the mask, and we enjoyed ourselves thoroughly during that time. So we wanted to have some excuse to meet each other. So we said, hey, let's start this, fund 4 people per year, and have meetings to find out how we can fund and all that, and fund can become fun also on the way. So that's how we started. But again, like anything else in my life, one thing led to another, and Rajkumar, you guys, and funds started flowing. We started putting some systems in place that kind of clicked. Maybe the timing was good, and in fact, our goal, slogan also, I remember, 60 by 70. That is, we should educate 60 people before we are 70, and we had a sunset clause of 70. But now we are doing 60 in the 1 year. I mean, at any point in our time now, I think we are having 170 people. So things have totally changed, and totally changed to the better. I mean, I've been lucky to contribute also. If you have to, contribute to society, best is to educate people. Once you educate people, I strongly feel things will start improving on the whole. So especially girl children, if you are able to donate and educate them, then the next few generations will definitely benefit from it.
How about your Rotary Club activities for social service from that angle?
Yeah. Rotary Club activity.
Yeah.
So Rotary, I stick to the club. I like I have great friends in college. I have great friends from Telco. I have great friends, and I joined because those 7-8 years when I was working in Alcast, I had zero friends. I didn't have time for anything. So suddenly I realized, at least for my family, I should have friends. So I joined Rotary. We do a lot of good work. Rotary is a great combination of social life as well as getting together to make a difference in the society. So I like that combo, and of course it depends on how each one takes it. I like it because I get to do both things. One is I get to meet a lot of friends, and it's a good networking opportunity also, and also contribute together, because each one will have some skills, some passion, and we can help them to contribute to the society through their passion. So Rotary is an amazing movement. Again, if you keep away from all politics, that's good.
Okay, so that's very good actually. Would you like to elaborate what your mother has contributed in what you are today? Okay,
Wow.
so that's an important thing. I thought I wanted you to cover.
That's a great question. In fact, I would just add my dad also in it. And I lost my dad, but my dad is an amazing character. He kind of shaped our thinking. He used to be only a friend to us, no advice, just looking at him, and we used to get inspired. Especially now that he's gone, we realize that we are just half of what he has done. So still, I have some time to go, but still, he was quite a friendly guy. A lot of our classmates have met him, and they'll be able to tell how enjoyable it is to be in his company. So my dad was that kind of a profile. My mom was very orthodox. my mom's dad, an excellent, upbringing. My tata, Ramakrishnan, was a right hand to Kamaraj and was a big freedom fighter. He's been to jail many times, a true Gandhian, and he started a leprosy Chengalpattu, sorry, leprosy institute. So for nearly 2 years, he was attending to lepers there. He was a kind of an amazing guy. So Tambaratla, you see Hindu Mission Hospital, you see Vallur Gurukulam, all that was started thanks to him. So my mom at home was, and my grandfather was also an MP for 15 years, elected as well as in Rajya Sabha. Once Congress split, he quit politics and came out of it. So my mom has come from that upbringing. So she instilled a lot of values in us, and she will be the strict person. படிக்கலன்னா எங்க அம்மா தான் திருப்பா, அப்பா சொல்லவே மாட்டான். And my mom again is a very talented person. So at home we had both sides to mold our character. So that way, mom's role was very clear. I was telling my customer the other day, we didn't have fridge at home. So mom used to go at 4 o'clock, buy vegetables, cook. And again in the afternoon, 2 o'clock, go buy vegetables, cook. So because there's no fridge to keep the stuff. So we always got fresh food. So very hardworking person. And she has blossomed into a great entertainer now. In Innerwheel, she's a very popular person. Excellent in Tamil. She can write poetry. So very versatile. She sings very well. So we are fortunate to have two very different but inspiring personalities as our parents.
So your father and your mother have groomed both of you, your elder brother and yourself. How are you grooming your two sons to the next level?
Yeah, I'm following my father's style of grooming, that is to not groom them. So again, as I said in the beginning of this, I don't advise my children, and I show them my weakness, that it's okay to have flaws. But at the same time, at the back of my mind, I know they're inspired, and they're all grown up now, and I'm very happy. In spite of me, they've grown up into nice, enviable individuals.
Okay, so one last question I have is, this is on your fitness activities. I know you are a fitness freak. Okay, whether it is tennis or your marathons or your daily walking, jogging and things like that. Okay, would you like to give your 2 cents worth of information?
Absolutely. First of all, I'm not a fitness freak. My brother is, if at all we have to call, because for 60th, we all went to Germany and he ran a half marathon on his 60th birthday. So I'm not that passionate like what you make out to be. But yes, I'm majorly into sports, and I realize that just living for 80, 90 is no fun. We should be able to do what we want till some age. So that's living. So I'm very conscious about it. Recently, I've picked up table tennis again, with thanks to some Rotary, and since I'm a competitive guy, I start working on it, have some goals, and start working on it. So that, because of my competitive tendency, that kind of helps me in keeping up my fitness. But it's important, I realize as I age that being fit, next to 15 years at least, I should be able to play and travel the world and go around easily. So that's my goal. So I count the number of weekends I have left, active weekends I have left, and I ensure I make it count.
Okay, so thanks Ram, thanks for your time, thanks for your very, as usual, entertaining podcast. Okay, so that's the thing. Okay, any other points which we have missed to include and things like that, please go ahead.
Yeah. One of In fact, once you said you wanted to talk to me on a chat show. Normally, I don't get fever, but from yesterday, I've been running high temperature. So that's the effect you have on people. Exam ku kuda I don't get a fever, but once I heard that I had to talk to Suri, then
R.S. Narayanan.
yeah, then I had to take a Dolo 650 to be able to talk to you. So that's a kind of effect you have, and you've been quite inspirational in your the way you have contributed to KF. I mean, you can call me founder, bounder, and all that, but you are one of the key guys currently managing so many people and guiding them. So it was a pleasure talking, and it's a pleasure to be on something which Sachin is involved. Sachin and I were very close in college. We were the brats in college, so it's funny to look back on those days. Thank you for having me.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks a lot, Ram. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Mr. R.S. Narayanan. Bullet. R.S. Narayanan. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.